And here we find ourselves at the end of the process, ready to wrap things up, close, and get your check and move on. And these last steps are just to close on the loan, sign all the docs, fund, record, and get paid. Now, for the seller, the last week or two, they can sign their paperwork, their docs at the title company pretty much anytime. It's super flexible. The buyer has to wait for the loan to get approved and for all the docs to be sent to the title company to arrange that appointment. Where the seller needs to be focused is on getting the repairs done that they promised they would complete 3 days prior to the closing. Now, I recommend that the seller gets those repairs done closer to the 3 days, a few days prior to the 3-day mark, because just in case the deal falls through, you don't want to have spent that money and then another buyer comes in and asks for more repairs, and that's more cost. So you just want to be smart about when you actually get those repairs done. We'll have a dialogue so that we can know when's the best time to pull the trigger and spend that money to get those repairs done. Another thing you're coordinating is actual move out if the house happens to still be occupied. Because once again, you don't want to move out until you know that the loan's been approved. Once the loan's been approved, then you're going to want to move out of the house, and that's the same time that the final walkthrough is going to happen with the buyer. They're going through checking and confirming that the repairs have been done in a workmanlike manner, but also that no new damage has been made. They're confirming that everything is in substantially the same condition as to when they first saw it and first inspected it. After all that, the buyer sets up a time with the title company and signs out all their docs. That paperwork then takes some time to be sent to the lender. They need to then fund the loan. Docs go back to the title company. They send it to the county to record the transaction with the county. That becomes public records, and once that happens, everything is closed, recorded, and the checks are cut. So, wrapping this up, word to the wise, if you plan on wiring, there is a ton of wire fraud. You have to be super, super careful. I'm definitely seeing people losing money if they're not careful. So it's happening. So I do recommend that you just pick up your cashier's check with your funds at the title company. It does take a few more days for that to process and actually have access to your funds through your bank. So if time is of the essence and you have to have that money right away, sometimes you do wire the funds, or maybe you're out of state, or who knows, you might end up wiring the funds. You have to be super careful. You need to have a lot of dialogue with your realtor and the escrow officer so that you have the correct information, you know who you're talking to, and that everything gets done appropriately and your money ends up in your bank account. So that's it, wrapping up this video sequence for selling your home. If you guys are Googling and you have any other questions, or you just hear out chatting with people something that you have questions or doesn't make sense, you know you can always reach out to me. I do have a lot of platforms that you can listen to and see more content, but you can always reach out to me directly. You can DM me, email me, you can call me, you can text me. I respond in all of those ways, and I respond pretty quick. So hopefully I can help you guys out and help answer any of your questions. So let's get it sold.